say. Looks over. Incompetent casters. Um, she she will look towards the spell. I don't know how to describe it. Vortex, but she's gonna try and see if she could figure out what happened or what's going on with it. Not vortex. No, whatever that he is stuck in. I don't know the right word to describe it. Oh, just kidding. I like that. Oh. Hmm. So has this happened before? Before we do that, we're actually here because we need assistance. Clearly. Would you be able to help us? My concern is that we do this and spend time going to the top of his tower, and then he can't help us. Celia nods her head.
I'm not saying he's not like good and all, but like for some reason, like he himself said, something went wrong with his magic, or was it just the way he did it?
Can you roll either? Can you roll
like two pages of the book stuck together, and like that's why he like missed one of the pages of the spell, or
it's like the magical equivalent of like putting a like shelf together and then realizing you have like 10 extra pieces that you didn't use.
I swear, there's an IKEA logo on this book.
And is that someone we really want to try and help Sam?
Like, if that's true, I would honestly think this guy needs like a break, like a day or two to just regroup. If he's been like portal jumping, like with body parts, I honestly think this dude would need a rest and not getting shoved off to more work.
I rolled again. Another kind of portal opens up. This time, like on the ceiling, and there's just like a foot sticking out of it, like in like these loafers, sort of looking things.
Oopsies.
Yeah, is this really the best choice for helping Sam?
Okay, so that was persuasion, right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll like a persuasion if you're like are you like saying like any of this like as in like you're trying to like get more out of this
Yeah, no, I'm trying to
wizard's
see like,
friend, or...
is this going to be worth it? Like, because there's a thing we want to ask of him. That's why we came here. This guy looks like he's the one who needs the help, but I don't know if it's immediate help. So like, pile something on more, make this worth what we're going to put in, because we're actually like, we're a foot out the door as it is. I'll be honest.
So yeah, go on and...
Not saying not saying we're gonna forget though. Like we'll like, you know, definitely drop word to someone, because if he was like, I definitely shout out to like the Black staff and, you know, tower and such, and let them know like, hey, Gale needs help.
But yeah, no, just out of curiosity, roll a persuasion check to see kind of where this goes.
Hey, that's a dirty 20.
Ooh, nice. Let me see something. Okay. I understand if you're busy. I'm sure he can help with your friend. Just, I'll make sure he rewards you. He has access to resources. He needs some of them, but I'm sure he can find something that can help you with your friend and otherwise. What is it you want?
Like, just 1 second, my good cat. 1 second, and I'm gonna like group huddle.
What is it we want?
Okay, I didn't expect that to work. So, anything specific you guys want to ask for? Now, this group huddle, just like me and like Celia is normal. I imagine that like I'm hoisting up Cordelia like kid like on my arm, so we're all like head to head, but she's just sitting on my arm.
Her little feet are just kicking in the air.
Got like an arm on either of you and just like
Like just normal like arm over shoulders for Celia, but like I'm using my arm as like a chair for Cordelia to sit on. So we're just discussing this.
adorable.
I love it. Totally.
Well, we just want Sam to be together. That's all we need here. So that's what we should be asking for.
That's already like that's a guaranteed already. Is there anything else? Because, you know, think ahead. That's not our only problem.
I don't mean to like influence your guys' like decisions. You also don't know how much it would like cost in one way or another to get a wizard's help in general with this sort of thing.
We have a wizard with us, and I'm assuming it wouldn't be cheap, like regardless. But
It's up in the air.
is
I'm not
it
cheap.
worth us? Yeah, no. Is it is it going to be worth us doing the Tower Gauntlet for a book that I'm honestly trying to like because all that stuff sounds like something interesting, and I don't know if Seal would be interested in copying that stuff because that sounds like it'd have a bunch of cool stuff in it. But we have to technically burn it, maybe. So
I mean, I could always just copy it first and then burn it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how long would it take you to copy that? How long do you think you could stall Cat with like, oh my god, it's not burning for some reason. It's taking so long. Copy down the entire book. Okay, now it's in fire.
First time Celia's had trouble burning something.
Okay, listen, I could burn that book in a heartbeat.
But information
Now,
on
do
there,
I
that
want
could be
to,
worth
though?
gold or money. For all she know, that could be like something that her, or whoever the guy, Captain Dude, that could be something he'd totally be interested in. We don't know.
I mean, I can totally just borrow the book for a day and then give it back.
I mean, that's the thing. Once we're at the top of the tower, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is there a way we could, like, glide down?
Glide down?
I'm starting to think. No, like if we had, say, like those ones like walkie-talkie stones, and like we could just try to coordinate a staged robbery, like the Viper.
I mean, I think I still have some of the paper birds.
If we could get a quick message like, hey, if you're not busy, could you like pop over to this side of town and be ready to like swoop in and take a book?
Okay, but then does that help us with the situation of fixing whatever's going on here? Because we still ultimately need him to help Sam.
We do, but what the point of this is essentially we can take the book and we can figure out if we know how much we need to copy it, and or maybe we find a way to break whatever's happened to it and keep the book and just say it was destroyed.
I can definitely keep the book and say it was destroyed.
Yeah. Now, also, I mean, you're magical. You're also very magical. You can maybe find a way to just cut that thread of whatever is messing with the tower, and then like they think, oh, it's all gone. The book must be destroyed. Thank you guys so much. We'll help you out with Zam, and we keep the book, which is good.
You also don't know exactly how does the book need to be destroyed? Is there a specific way? Could you just rip it in half and then just
tear out a page?
The pages later?
Just a page? Do we need to tear it in half? Do we need to just soak it in ink so it's just ruined?
So you need to incinerate it into ash and then compress the ash into a solid brick and then shoot that brick.
Do we need to magically eat the book?
Eat the book.
Okay, we are in this mess because someone has a magical item inside of them that shouldn't be there. I don't think we should be putting more magical items inside of our bodies.
What? And then we can fish him out and play a game of Operation, and his nose will light up if we touch his sides.
You know what, Cordelia? Great plan. Who needs this wizard? Let's go back.
Oh, I feel so sorry for this cat because it generally wants someone to help this guy, and we're the assholes it's stuck with.
No, the worst party to stumble upon him. If I can get a couple hours with that book, and by a couple, I mean if he can wait until tomorrow morning.
I will also again add, Zam is not in critical condition.
We can wait a day or so. We've got someone checking up on him.
Draft.
Yeah, and he got some medicine in him. He's fine. So we go up. We get the book. I write down these spells. And then we destroy it. and get his help with Zam. This sounds great. Everyone wins.
Everybody wins. Zam gets better. Hopefully he gets powers, because that's a cool thing that could happen.
Fun. I know you three. Insisted, but get going, please.
They're roboting for me really
Yeah, I was
hard.
like, is he breaking up?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes,
Can
loud and
you hear me
clear.
now? Okay.
Better.
Tara is just kind of going. I don't mean to rush you or anything, but if you'd please get your help, and if you could help my friend. Looks a little sheepish now.
Almost there, buddy. Almost there. Promise.
Cordelia, I think she wants head scratches now.
Oh, really?
I let her down and just let them do the Tom and Jerry chase if they want to.
Calatrus kind of recoils a little bit, but
Yes,
like with kind of like
Calatrus.
ears kind of pulled back, but like, oh, did I say Calatrus again?
You sure
Damn it!
Yeah,
I keep on getting
We'll
stuck.
forgive you. It's the same creature.
The same
it's the same
It
creature,
exact creature.
similar, but not the same. Similar.
So
but
here's
not
the
same
horrifying part.
personality.
When we burn this book, it's gonna like the sounds of chains and dimension shattering, and that's when Sidian's gonna pop out, and like just
Funny,
a bunch
you're
of severed, like just the severed body of Gale is just gonna be there. Like, oh, thank God! I thought they were never gonna like unbind me. So now I'm free. I don't have to use the puppet anymore.
It's weird. There was this name in the inside cover of this book. Who's Sidian?
Yeah.
It is
And like, there's a note here. It said
sounds
like
an asshole.
But apparently something about like him being trapped in here by someone named Centurion.
Looks like, according to the text here, he said it would be funny. Why would that be funny?
I like Centurion in this humor. I get it.
Booby trapping magic book. What?
Alright.
Okay, so we
So,
go to the tower, we get the book, I copy some spells, we free this guy, he helps Zam.
And we ask for, let's say, an extra favor, next time. Besides the Zam things.
An IOU.
Yeah, just a quick IOU. Doesn't have to be big, but, we need a favor. We can be one of the first. A magical favor, I'm assuming. I don't know if this guy would be any good in like a fist fight. I haven't seen him fully yet. They're usually not, but I've known some wizards who are jacked.
Yeah. Celia fakes hits him.
So are
He doesn't know. He doesn't notice he's reminiscing.
Well, first of all, Cordelia, are you like full on like petting Tara now?
No.
Or
I was
are
just
you-
joking on that?
Okay.
I don't want to get scratched again.
You can see like the nails scratching like the ground beneath her, like as soon as you walk closer.
If you did kind of like get trapped and like start approaching her, she did like kind of recoil, but she wasn't like growling or hissing or anything.
Aw. She trusts me now. Time to pick her up. I can't see me loving nobody but you.
Hurt them, they're trying to help, don't hurt them. But Tara will kind of ask at this point in time, so are you going to help?
See why not?
That would... Thank you. Just that.
Got yourself a deal, little cat.
Kitty,
Tara.
kitty.
Call me
Tara.
Tara.
Yeah, kitty, kitty.
I'm probably not going to remember those Atterleys.
Every time you say kitty kitty, she tenses up. Behave. They're already...
I'm imagining, I don't remember his name from Cardcaptor Sakura, like as soon as he takes his true form, that's what I'm imagining that happening when he snaps.
Yeah. So, Tara does she kind of had already pulled it out from the cabinet somewhat, but was kind of like keeping it like out of direct view, but she kind of with her teeth kind of pulls out this what looks to be a silver hand mirror of some kind. Kind of holding it by the handle, still kind of near the floor, but kind of like presenting the handle to whoever may want to pick this up.
Okay, I'll grab it.
You kind of pick this up, and I assume you examine it.
Yep.
Yeah. You kind of turn this thing in your hands. It is kind of a ornately decorated silver mirror with kind of elegant design on the outside. But as you kind of turn this mirror over a few times, you realize that both sides are silvered. Both sides are reflective. But as you kind of look into it, both sides are mirrored, but it isn't reflective. You see kind of through this mirror. And can I get you to roll a perception check? Or investigation, I will say.
Woo! Unnatural. Okay, natural 20, so 23 total for investigation. Because screw perception checks.
Yeah. So with that, and I will also add this with kind of Cordelia and Othronis, as Celia, you kind of like look around the room with this a bit more. You see a faint... Well, one of the things you notice is that this mirror, when you look through it, does not have any of those kind of spatial distortions. The room appears as it was, so without those spatial distortions, it is still a bit of a mess. Kind of, dirty plates, a little bit unkempt, and wine bottles scattered on the floor. With a 23, okay, yeah, no, you got that. Looking through this mirror, you see a faint glow around a wine rack positioned near this counter. That seems to kind of be pulling you in, along with kind of on the floor, mixed in with these one of the broken wine bottles seems to be a piece of paper of some kind.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards the piece of paper first.
Got the notes. Leave this tower now.
This place will be your doom.
Well, that definitely explained what happened here.
Yeah. I'd say probably the two of you are kind of able to follow along, and unless you are specifically trying to hide information from them, which would be difficult to do, they're also able to kind of be called to the attention of these two objects. Clearing away some of the glass and leaning down to pick up this this note, you see some sort of parchment that just seems to be kind of lined like just for general writing purposes. You see in fine, very fine, in fact, kind of cursive in common. You read, "I hurt the most when lost, yet also when not had at all. I'm sometimes the hardest to express, but the easiest to ignore. I can be given to many or just to one. What am I?"
Celia reads it out loud.
Gratitude?
I am immediately taking more of my drink. Like this is one of the word puzzles. I hate these.
Oh god, I hate puzzles and riddles.
Celia looks on, jealous.
Poetry.
Dang, I should have brought a drink as well.
You notice wine bottles on the floor.
Does she risk it? Does she risk it?
Is
She
there
sure
a glass, or is she gonna do this from the bottle? Because that seems like the easiest way to do it. Also, how old do these like how many bottles are we talking? Or, like a small wine rack, or
Not counting any like broken bottles. I think there's just a few kind of scattered pieces, kind of indicating a few that may be broken as well. You kind of counting them out, see 9 bottles scattered on the floor, all seemingly different vintages from around the continent.
I'm just gonna immediately stack those on any table I can find, just to quickly give them a quick examination. Do I recognize any of these?
Roll history check.
All right. So that's a 19 plus 0.
19 plus 0. Yeah, no. With a 19, roll a d8 plus 1 for me.
Seven plus 1, that's an 8.
You recognize all but one of these vintages from, I'm sure, with your time both in Baldur's Gate and in the well, I'll just say that this is Venturum. I was going to try and say something more like procurement trade, but that doesn't make sense. I'm sure you've kind of come across quite a few different types of wines. Some of these I think you've tried yourself, and some of these I think you've heard of but have not, had the opportunity to try. These are all very nice wines, varying in quality a little bit, but they are nice quality wines. I can.
All right, I'll share the
give you some
expertise
examples.
more or less. I'll share the expertise with Celia. She's gonna pop one open.
She sure is.
You reaching for one?
Yep. Whichever one's closest to her.
She don't care.
Nope.
She rolls.
While she's drinking, I'm gonna explain what little I may know of that.
Oh, I rolled the dice to see what you would get, and you kind of reach down to this deep red bottle, and kind of looking it over, you see a kind of a deep, not crimson, right, cerulean blue label. This bottle is labeled Luskin Port.
Oh.
Luskin, as a city you've been to before.
That's why she picked it. She subconsciously reached for the familiar. Got it.
You recognize this probably as something that, like, Mr. Zardoz Sword probably was served during some of his dinners aboard his ship.
Mm-hmm. Yep, popping that baby open and taking a swing.
As you kind of reach to get this cork out, it does not budge.
I don't know if this is magic or just a really good cork job, but I know how to clog most of it.
I'm not certain. Tara kind of speaks up. I'm not certain if that's going to work. With the state of this tower, things are indeterminate, I believe was the word Gale used. I believe he meant certain things are still in a certain sense, and things have been changed due to his subconscious. I think you saw something in the mirror. I think it may be a clue that'll lead us to the next area of the tower.
We get that, but there's an order to these things. First one is this. I'm gonna take another bottle and I'm gonna try the saber trick, which is, for those who don't know, you have to find the seam where the bottle joins and run a blade up that with enough, essentially enough force, and you can actually cause it to shatter.
Shoot off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
All right. God, I guess I gotta decide, like.
I gotta wonder, is it the cork that's just in there, or is it the bottle itself that's been stilled?
Are you looking for any bottle in particular, or are you just kind of grabbing for one?
Anyone that I know I've drinking before that I know is good.
All right. You've heard of most of these, so let me roll a dice. You reach for Cormiran Red, named after the country of Cormir. You try this trick. Roll a strength check, I guess, would be how this would work for this sort of trick. I guess roll an attack roll. I guess I'll say.
No, this wouldn't work. I don't. Well, is it a check or an attack roll?
Attack roll.
Would I be able to do it recklessly?
No. I'm gonna say no. Actually, sure, but I will say that
I'm recklessly going to aim the bottle at my face. So if this goes wrong, you know where it's gonna hit me.
Yeah, I will also say that if you're doing this recklessly, the consequences may be a bit more drastic.
All right, let's do it.
And what weapon are you using this with? Do you have a rapier to use this with?
No, I'm actually taking out my bladed knuckle dusters because I have my normal brass knuckles. Then I've got my brass knuckles that actually have a blade on the side.
Okay. But effectively, you're kind of using it as a dagger. Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. What's your roll?
So the first one was a natural 1. And then the other one was a 14. An attack roll, that makes it a dirty 20. I think I almost lost my other eye.
And you said that your aiming was at yourself?
Yeah, like that's what made it reckless. Like I'm aiming it up at me, and I'm just using the knife thing to like just slide it up to see if I can just. It's like it's aimed at my face, but to the side. So if I like jerk this wrong, I might aim directly at my face.
Yeah, roll a dexterity saving throw, I think. I think it's how
I hope that means I succeed. I hope this doesn't mean something attacked me.
Well, there is now glass flying at your face. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, double checking. That's a +1 to that, so 17.
17 total, or 8?
That's +1 to 18. I'm rolling too well for this, and I'm afraid what's going to happen when like something important happens.
I think with an 18, I think you take like 1 point of damage as it just kind of grazes your cheek, and like there is glass in the ceiling, but since there is distortion, you're not certain what that may be, like glass in the wall, that may be glass in the counter now.
But did it break the way I wanted to, or am I just holding like nothing? Like did it shatter completely?
It broke off more than the tip. It's about like you're now holding like a bottle of shattered glass and also wine, which is funny because it's, you know, this deep crimson red. It almost looks like blood, but not obviously not blood. It is you know, a fine smelling wine.
How much did it spill? Like, if I cut off like the complete head and like maybe half, like, am I holding like a makeshift like cup right now?
Yeah, makeshift cup. There's also definitely broken glass inside of here.
So again, like I don't
about like
glasses, right? So I'm yeah, I got 2/3. There's no glasses around here, and I'm just. How many people are looking at me right now? As I'm going to slowly try and take a sip.
I mean, the glass floats down to the bottom, so Celia, Cordelia, are you looking?
Oh, I definitely was looking.
Yes.
That's fair. I also just check in with you, Cordelia. Been a little bit since we checked in with you. Is there anything that you would like to be doing at this moment?
In
the previous
I'm gonna be
moment?
quite honest, I'm a little lost as to what we're doing and what our goal is here. Are we still trying to solve that riddle?
Yes.
Yes. If you have any
Are
input, please, because I don't think we're gonna. We're gonna be guessing for the most of it.
Oh, I think
bad guessing.
Celia knows, but I think she's more like eye roll. Of course, this would be a word riddle.
And it was on a piece of paper. Like, can Cordelia just gently take that from your hands and then like mull over it?
Sure.
Oh yeah, and I'll send that
Okay.
in the.
I mean, I think we're trying to get our drinks right now. So
So yeah, I will say you have a makeshift glass or tankard, I guess, more than a glass, but you've got some wine ready to drink.
I am taking some slow and satisfying sips.
All right.
Oh, I think I have some guesses. Can I guess? Pride. I hurt the most when lost, yet also when not had it all, is sometimes the hardest to express, but the easiest to ignore. Pride. That's a guess.
Okay. Are you just kind of bringing this up to the other two? Are you just
Yeah.
kind of saying pride?
Yeah. I mean, I should look up in the paper. Could it be pride?
Is that what you think it is?
Maybe. I ain't too sure, but it seems like it could be.
I'm
Does
starting to wonder if
anything
this is one of
happen
those-
when she says the word pride out loud?
What's everybody's passive perception?
Not great.
10.
12.
12. This is not the passive party.
Nothing seems to happen when you say pride.
Darn.
Is there perhaps something we need to do?
I'm gonna take
Cordelia,
my
act
guess.
prideful.
Money.
Hertzman lost, but not had it all.
I don't know if you can express money.
How do you
Did we
express?
forget? Like Nyla's, like just everything.
Nyla's a
good
thing
is the
in this
expression of
universe?
wealth?
That's it. We
True.
have to go find Nyla.
You guys gotta find Nyla
We
and
figured
bring her
it
back
out.
here. Oh man. Was there something else perhaps that we're missing? Some way of showing our work, per se?
Look, listen, this is not a state test. We don't have to show our work.
Well,
Are we sure? Like,
We
What-
may
do
have
we,
to
like-
show our work.
do we need to go get like references and our qualifications and stuff?
So,
fill out your resumes.
you said looking at the mirror, the wine rack also glowed along with a piece of paper. Is that correct?
Yes, there's kind of a aura outlining it.
I'm gonna go over to the wine rack and examine it.
All right, roll investigation. Just kind of see what's up.
Would someone like to help me with this?
I'll
That was
help.
a 5.
Okay, when you say examine, do you mean like pick it up and move it around for you? Because I can help with that. I'm gonna be balls, so I'm actually gonna try and look myself.
I'm gonna say Cordelia is helping you. Go on and roll again.
Much better. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, nice. So, very clearly, you see that, like, this is a mostly full wine rack. There are a few empty spaces that just do not have a wine bottle in them. They're not labeled at all, but you do get some vague sense of organization. You notice that there are 4 spaces missing in this wine rack. Kind of.
Oh, I really hope that bottle Orthronus broke doesn't screw us over.
No idea what you're talking about. Slowly sipping more wine. You want to try some? It's actually
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, it's
I mean,
love.
y'all got the men spell, right?
No.
What was that?
I heard
Othros?
the most when lost, yet also when not had at all, are the hardest to express but the easiest to ignore. Because guys can't pick up on hints. That can be given to many or just one. Love, is that it?
Do you say love apropos of nothing again?
Yeah.
Kind of pause and wait a moment. Nothing appears to
Mhm.
happen.
It definitely has to do
Sake
with this
mushrooms.
wine rack.
Does the wine rack like spell out like anything, like when those people like put cups in a fence? Spell out words?
Kind of continuing on with the your kind of examination of this wine rack, Celia. Sorry, jumping back over this. You, as part of your examination, you kind of go to pick up one of the bottles that is in this rack, and you notice it doesn't move. The bottles in here are either stuck in some way or they're just not moving. You cannot pull this out, these bottles out to
If you
examine.
can't pull it out, can you like spin them?
Yeah, am I able to move them at all in any way, or are they like frozen?
You try spinning them. It's like they're frozen and or like built into it in some way. Like it seems like it's kind of locked in place through magical or mundane means.
Of
You
course
probably
it
can
is.
guess which one.
I'm gonna go back to the now 8 bottles of wine that Orthronus had lined up. Reading those labels, is there anything that says any of the words have been called out? So love, money, pride on the labels.
Yeah, let me actually I can send you a list. I'll just send that in the general channel as well. I made a note next to the Cormyrian red as it is
In the
now
process of being drunk.
in the process of being drunk. Yes. I would say kind of in lieu of a whole bunch of checks in this, you all would recognize this collectively or, to each one individually.
Okay.
You recognize these all as real vintages, but also named after different locations, places as well.
I think I know what we need to do. Does Celia know what we need to do?
That is up to you.
She's
Roll.
pretty decent intelligence. Let's roll an intelligence check. Okay. 15. Okay. You said there was 4 spots on the wine rack that are missing, right?
Yes.
She is going to grab the Luskin port and place it in the first open slot. Then the Ondel Merlot in the second one. The Veldorn Syrah in the third one, and then the El Terrell Chardonnay in the last one.
Cordelia Othronus, do you have any kind of comments on like what she's doing as she's kind of putting these wine bottles in there in these spots?
Cordelia, she'll just be like, like, yeah, and that there, and she'll like try to get her hand in there, and then, like, I imagine Celia just smacking it away, like, trying to get in there and just suffocating her as she's working.
I'm going to
Smacking
offer
her-
some wine to the cat as well and just continue to watch this happen.
Let me just roll.
Is there, are there any wine glasses? I don't know if I ever got the answer to that.
The world may never know, Athronis.
Oh, I think I'm back. My internet went out for a moment, I think.
Eesh.
He just
Oh.
gave us all the answers, and we were not connected.
And now we're
So
at
you
the
didn't-
top floor of the tower.
And you didn't hear that beautiful description I just gave you guys?
No.
So you guys don't... Okay, so never mind. You guys don't need to make any perception checks. You guys are fine. You're completely alone.
Well, if you didn't hear my beautiful and horrifying and haunting description, then you guys don't need to know what it is.
Yeah.
And
Your
everybody roll
shadows are
initiative.
exactly as you imagine they are. Nothing sinister at all.
Yeah. No need to roll any perception checks. Roll initiative. I'm kidding. No need to roll initiative.
I have your ACs already, and I know how much points you lost. So roll some new characters.
Yeah. So you were, last I heard, Othronus, you were offering some wine to Tara?
Yep.
Right. Did you hear the joke I made at Tara asking, kind of like shaking her head no and asking, I don't suppose you have any catnip on you, do you?
I very discreetly pull something similar to that out of my pocket that may or may not have been messed with by a dragonling a little bit ago and just discreetly hand it over.
Do you have catnip?
May have tried to see if it worked on the dragon, and it may or may not have worked.
She kind of gives this a good like sniff. Let me just roll real quick. Yeah, she kind of pauses for a moment, goes, that doesn't work. Worth a shot though, thank you.
I mean, if nothing else fails, good old, and he just, again, tilts the wine in his hand. This always used to works.
Not on the likes of me, unfortunately. I think she says that about at the time Celia places the final bottle into its slot. And kind of you hear like this clicking, less like a ticking of like machinery, but more like wood kind of smacking on each other, and kind of you look above you, and not only does the kind of hole open in this the next floor, but the entire next story kind of opens up, and it looks semi-transparent, like you can kind of see through this floor, but it also looks like you could potentially go through it and maybe stand on it from the other side. But the next floor is accessible. That's strange. But it seems to have worked.
Obviously, it was gonna work.
Well done. You said it was love?
LOVE, that spells love.
No, crazy. Actually, the order was actually VOEL. Don't know what language it was in, but
Oh. I've heard they're quite delicious, but not enough time for food.
let's continue onward.
Sorry.
Let's go.
I'm waiting for everyone to go in, and then I'm going to try and sleight of hand the remaining bottles into my jacket
I
and
don't think
bag.
you need to sleight of hand it. Who's gonna stop you?
It's not who's going to stop me. It's just the principle of practice.
Who's gonna see?
There.
I will say yes. You can easily enough, you can sleight of hand the rest of these bottles. And I will say, because it would be not Cormyran Red and not
Three.
any of the 4
The
that
rest
were
of the three.
used in the puzzle. But you are able to get I believe it's the Sundabarn Cabernet, the Sembian Malbec, the Andal. Oh, no, not the Andal. The T1. I'm sorry, I looked up some of these names and I do not know the pronunciation of some of these names.
You are DM. Your pronunciation is correct.
Tazirin Syrah and the Vildorn Syrah. Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize I used that one twice. I had done them all unique. Oh, unfortunate.
So it turns out that these guys have nothing to do with each other. They're just spelled the exact same. People keep confusing them.
Well, Syrah, they're that's supposed to be like a type of wine, like a Merlot, Chardonnay, all those.
So we've got 2 companies that made the same type of wine, but with just different names, but they actually taste the exact same.
Less companies, more countries.
So we've got like our version of like Checkers and Riley's.
Sure. I don't know enough about that to speak on that offhand.
2 restaurants, literally like opposite sides of the country, almost the exact same menu, like same kind of logos and styles and stuff.
I think they are the same company, just different names.
I know there's a weird
Carl's
thing.
Jr. and Hardee's.
Yeah, like Carl's Jr. Hardee's.
Yeah, something like that. And supposedly, like they eventually get bought up by the same one, but they're apparently started different.
Hey Heidi, do you have Carl's
Yes?
Jr. or Heidi's? Or Hardee's, sorry. Heidi's.
We have Hardee's at somewhere in Circleville.
Okay.
It's great.
How weird does it doesn't seem to think of like it as Carl's Jr.?
Not at all. I've never actually eaten at one, so
We need to get her to one because it's
that
the exact
information
same.
doesn't affect me.
Fair enough, I guess.
Darn, we had her so close to one too.
Well, it's something to bring her to, I guess, next time we get an opportunity.
Yeah, I rolled the sleight of hand. It was terrible. Very easily and obviously hear my jacket clinking as I walk up behind you guys. It was a 3 + 3, so 6. You can very obviously hear some glasses clinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm imagining, like, he's, like, leaning down to pick them up, like, all 3 of the rest of them, like, just turn from the stairs to, like, stare at Othronis as he is, like, picking up all these bottles. It's like oh,
it's
okay.
It's not like the sleight of hand of like putting them away is bad, and the whole moving with them even worse.
You are carrying a lot of booze.
I am drinking a bit of it too, so I gotta ask, should I roll any con checks? Because I've not. I took the entire keg on the way there, and then I've refilled it, and I've been slowly sipping at it since this whole thing started.
Yeah, I think I had rolled something before. Let's roll another one, because I think you had done pretty well in that first one. But obviously you're still feeling it. Let's roll again to see how you're doing.
Oh, something definitely is going to go wrong. Definitely going to go wrong. That was a nat 20. Something's going to go very wrong.
Downing it.
Yeah.
We're the greatest crime solvers in the world, guys.
The greatest adventures anywhere ever. You are beginning to have the urge. You don't know when you're going to leave this tower, and you have a need to pee. Growing.
It's a wizard. I'm sure he's got a bathroom somewhere.
If not, just poop in a chamber pot and he can magic it away.
What are you,
pee.
J.K. Rowling?
Wait, was that a thing she did?
Did you not know that?
No, she pooped in a plant or a pot somewhere?
No, it's she, because there was a whole bunch of like Twitter threads that she just added she added additional like lore into Harry Potter that like nobody asked for, including like the
Oh,
first wizards
yeah.
in Hogwarts just shat on the floor and magicked it away because bathrooms,
Wow.
I guess, weren't the same. It's like,
That is
why?
so unnecessary for her to try to shoehorn that in.
That's-
Wow.
Yeah, the reaction everybody had. It's like, why did we need to know that?
Because detail equals better, right? No, not necessarily.
In the right spots, yeah.
Someone will one day ask this question, and it's better to have the answer than let people argue about this.
Like, sure, have that in mind if like somebody asks, but like a public forum like that does not seem like the place that most people want to learn about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I assume the three of you head to the next floor?
Yes.
Yep.
Do you head up the stairs, I presume? Climbing any counters or anything?
No, go take the stairs.
All right. You walk up the stairs and you get to that spot where kind of the floor was kind of firm before and kind of prevented you from going up, but it is now semi-transparent. Whoever's kind of leading the charge here, which based off of context clues, I assume is Celia, you kind of reach towards this, and it is in fact you are able to walk through this, or walk up through this. As you get up to the top of the stairs, and you kind of tentatively step onto the next floor, it is firm beneath you, and kind of as you do, it becomes much more kind of opaque. You can still see through it very faintly, but you are kind of being held up by this, and it is more firm. So before long, all of you are up to the next floor. The next story appears to be a library or study of some kind. There are bookshelves along the majority of the walls in this room, along with a few crooked paintings, particularly of there's one of Gale himself in a very regal pose, staff in hand, even hair flowing in the wind a bit, kind of doing a heroic pose. But it is nonetheless crooked on the wall. The bookshelves here still have the odd book, but many of them have been deposited on the floor. And there is a writing desk with several scraps of paper that seem to be more bits of poetry. A bit various sort of types, but they're kind of all those items kind of, scattered around the room. Unkempt like the floor below it, and you do notice that there is more distortion on this floor. Several other paintings seem to be distorted, kind of unrecognizable, vague figures and shapes and colors, but nothing that can be made out entirely. Various odds and ends kind of deposited in odd spots. Kind of a window looking out. Seems to be a little off, though. What would you guys like to do? And just to be clear, the distortion is increasing. Has increased in this room. It's more frequent.
Looking at the mirror again.
Looking at the mirror and around the room.
Yep.
Alright. Roll perception or investigation, and I will say if one or both of you would like to help, you can help her with this kind of investigation of the room.
Yeah, I'll search, look around, open stuff, be nosy. It's fun.
Nosy.
First roll was a 15.
15, huh?
Are we all doing all rolls, or are we giving her advantage?
It's up to you.
Whichever one.
Yeah, if you guys want to look independently, but there is this mirror that does kind of assist in pointing out objects of note.
I'd say roll with advantage to use mine, because I have a +0 to that.
Cool. Second roll was an 18.
18, nice. So I think with that, you, let's see. 18, okay, yeah. 18, you're kind of looking around the room. I will say one thing that I think everybody notices as they're kind of investigating around. You see another window. This one is kind of covered in this, like, glass that seems... You're not certain if it's, like, distorted in some way, like this is part of the glass, or it's just looking through this glass. You see Waterdeep, but there's this kind of purple and cerulean hue, kind of this fog around the outside of this window, kind of out into the city. You're not entirely certain what the situation may be with that, but that's kind of what you get from that. Investigating the room, you see first you see on this writing desk there is a stand that looks like may hold a pen of some kind. And Calidris kind of perks up. That's strange. That pen he received was a gift. He writes, well, both spells and poetry with it, and he never removes it from there. Well, I think it's somewhere in this room. We should find it. So, yeah, continuing through this room, I will ask another investigation check. If you are looking for this pen, or if you want to do something else, that is also good.
7.
7.
Also a 7.
Guess I'll try my luck. So, got an 11.
11. Yeah, no, I think with an 11, the three of you spend a decent amount of time in this room kind of looking for kind of where this pen may be. I think, Othronis, you find it after a considerable amount of time. You see the nib of a pen sticking out from a pile of books. What would you like to do?
I will announce this to everyone just so they know this is what I was doing before I, spontaneously combust. and I reach for it.
You reach for it. All right. Does a 15 hit?
It does, in fact. Hey,
All right. You recoil in a little bit of pain, but mostly surprise as you are hit for. Darn it. Grand total of 4 bludgeoning damage as a book smacks you across the face.
Oh.
deadly, anyone?
The three of you kind of stand in a bit of surprise as this pile of books that Athronis has kind of reached into kind of rises up from the floor and kind of begins spinning around kind of in a bit of a vortex as these books animate. Roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh. Oh, geez.
Oh my god, it's been so long I forgot how to fight with her. That's a
It's been a
23.
while. That's pretty
17.
good.
I'm about to get hit again, aren't I? Oh god, I'm full of bottles of flammable liquid.
It's okay, Roy is not here. I think your bottles are safe.
From the books, at least. But Celia
Here's
is
my
very much
question.
right here.
What stops Celia from Molotov cocktailing me?
I mean, she's only set you on fire once.
Once that you're aware of.
3 times.
No, it wasn't 3 times, was it? That was just the once.
3 separate attacks hit me.
That's right.
Exactly that time.
Listen, there definitely won't be a 4th.
What could possibly go wrong?
I held that damn scarecrow in front of you, and you still hit me.
You sure did.
So everybody, put your results in dice rolling.
Okay.
We'll get an initiative going. All right. Get that down. Maybe we'll mix it up this time. Maybe Cordelia will be the one to shoot you. I'm kidding. Hopefully. We'll see.
We're literally fighting books. I'm just imagining the monster book of monsters from Harry Potter.
Specifically, this is a swarm of animated books that is coming at you and attacking. Celia, it is your turn.
Okay.
Done. Quickly from searching this room for a pen, and I will also note, it is worth noting, the pen is tucked into one of the books near the center of this swarm.
Oh, I found the pen.
I mean, technically. But Oh, and I guess I should also roll for Tara.
Let's go ahead and start. I don't think I need to use them. I don't know how many fights we're gonna get in today. You know what? I'm just gonna launch a firebolt at the thing of books and set it on
Alright.
fire.
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, roll an attack roll.
Does a 16 hit?
16 will hit.
Woo. Are these books flammable?
We'll find out.
So that's gonna be 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. You kind of fling this mote of fire into this this swarm of books, and you see several of these books kind of flutter in flames. A few of them kind of knocked out of this mass. A few of them kind of sputtering into ashes. Seems to have hurt the books.
Cool. I'm gonna step behind Cordelia and Arthronis and end my turn.
All right. It is the book's turn.
How many of them are there?
You do not get a good count as they're kind of fluttering about, so you cannot count. You'd estimate probably several dozen or so.
Okay.
Maybe more, maybe less. Sorry, I notes go down. Alright. Thranis, it is going to... Okay. He's going to take a swing at you. I do not think a 12 hits. Or does it?
Does not.
Alright. It is going to look over to you, Celia. And it is going to... Well, let me see if this does. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
No.
No? Okay.
Because she cast shield, so no.
This mass... Oh, she casted shield at this thing?
Yep.
This mass has just kind of flung out in like a vaguely humanoid shape, kind of taking form in a moment. It's as if it like threw a book at you, and it is books. So there is an animated book that kind of landed on the wall behind you, and kind of like smacked against it and kind of like dropped back to the ground. You're not certain if it's still there, it's still up or not. If it's still animated or if it's now just another book. Othronis, it is now your turn.
Been a while since I've done this, and this is the only one I have for the day. So I'm going to rage and hope I no longer have to need this for anything else, because I'm flat out.
Hopefully it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's not another super boss battle waiting for it later. And I'm going to attack recklessly as I take me some swipes at this thing.
Do you get those back in a short rest or only on a long rest right now?
I think only on long rest.
Okay. Go on and make your attack. Or are you using something that lets you dual wield? Because I think since you activated your rage, I think that counts as your bonus action.
No, yeah, the bonus action was the rage, so there's only one attack this turn. Otherwise, that'd be just two normal swipes.
All right.
Oddly enough, though, I did not pull out any of my knives and/or various weapons. Not even the old brass knuckles or anything. Just straight up, essentially let my claws out. Just took a swipe.
Tearing up some books.
Confetti everywhere.
Is the weakness.
What's up?
Going for what I believe is the weakness.
Yeah.
Oof, I'm really afraid for the next floors now. That was a nat 20.
A nat 20. You crit on these books. Show me what you got. Is that there? Still there?
Yeah, just rolling up some. So that's 20 damage.
20 damage?
Yep.
Is that... What's you rolling for that?
That'd be for the attack. That'd be 2d4 plus the 4 strength plus the 2 for the rage, and then I get a extra d6 plus my half my barbarian level with divine fury.
Okay. Alright. 20 damage. I think with that, you kind of rake through these books and kind of tear through like a good lot of these books. So it is down a lot of books. And kind of there's a lot of kind of thumps, thump, 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 thump onto the floor here.
Yeah, the nails were glowing for a split second there.
Alright. It is Para's turn. Does she do anything? I think she Celia next to you, I think she bats at the book on the floor. And let me actually roll. She just kind of bats at the book on the floor, and it kind of like slides a little to the side, seemingly inanimate. Cordelia, it is now your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try to shoot at some of these books. Let's see how many I can hit with one shot. Let's see. I could just. I'll go back to my screen. Here we go. Okay. Rolling. 14 plus 8 to hit, so 22.
22.
And then...
To hit, I assume, yeah, that hits.
And then let's see. 12, d12. Or 5 plus 4, 9 damage.
9 damage. You shoot through good like 3 books, and they kind of fall to the floor. There.
Woohoo!
All right. Back to the top of the initiative. Celia, it is your turn yet again. There's now only a good handful of books left.
Okay. Is the pen still in one of them?
Yeah, the pen, you kind of get a bit of a clearer look. I'm sorry. That is a funny pun, though. It's this big, heavy tome that has a kind of this gargoyle, fiendish-esque head kind of peering out of it. You're not certain whether this is an allusion to something, or if this is a real book, or if this is just some kind of monster-looking thing. But it is kind of poking out the top of this book.
Okay. I am going to try and grab the pen using Bolo Snatch.
All right.
So either a Dex or a Strength save from whatever book's holding it.
From the books. All right. It's a saving throw, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me double check. Okay. Let's see. Does a 14 meter beat?
It does.
Ah.
Oh, that's my turn.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, you do see this kind of wiggle and seemingly pull a bit, but this book kind of clamps down and keeps this pen from slipping its grasp. So it is now the book's turn yet again. Let me actually see what it does. Ooh. The books kind of are fluttering around frantically, and they kind of flutter to kind of through your space. In fact, Othronus, as you're kind of standing there, they kind of swarm around you, but none of them hit you in this moment. They kind of get closer to the three of you, and I would like all three of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
Woohoo!
So this is the wide range spell paper cut.
Hey, that's a 19.
Forbidden technique.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, 19, Othronus.
That's a 10 total.
10 total? Yeah, I think you are the...
Not a dexterous barbarian.
Not a very dexterous barbarian. Why not? No, I'm teasing.
Actually, wait. I get danger sense for advantage on dex save.
Oh, right. Oh, wait, no, that's future levels. That's right. All right, so...
Yeah, no, that's...
With that, this thing... These books all in fact, they all kind of smack together, creating this sort of makeshift sphere of books, and these books kind of shake violently for a moment, and then they kind of explode in a burst of pages. Cordelia and Celia, you take half damage, which is 6. In this case, I will say slashing damage. But Othronus, you kind of take a decent portion of this damage. You do not dodge out of the way in this case, so you take 12 slashing damage. But you are raging as well, so that reminds me. So you too take half.
Alright then, so that's 6.
6 slashing damage.
Woo!
And the book that was holding this pen kind of falls down to the floor and kind of opens up, leaving the pen kind of visible and presented almost.
How bad was this slashing damage, would you say? Like, because the full damage was 12. I resisted it just because of Barbarian Rage. But, like, how bad was this explosion?
It's a kind of a burst of pages. I reskinned Thunderwave, roughly, but without the pushing effect. So it's mostly like, not 1,000 cuts, but it's mostly like the combination of pages slamming into you, some of them kind of cutting you a bit, and I would say you probably also got a cover thrown in your direction, a hard cover, kind of bashing into you and leaving a bit of a cut. Probably the worst of it is a decent gash in the arm.
So he's... Yeah, no. I rolled for this one. My attire is ruined. Like, this is normal clothing. It's not meant to...
Ooh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, wearing normal. I'm just wearing a normal, like, overshirt. Little, no... It's not even like the overcoat either. It's just like the vest and the shirt.
Yeah, you are in need of a tailor.
Oof.
A shame. Well, nonetheless, I think we can claim our prize, so to say.
So was the answer the pen, or is just the pen what we need to do the answer?
Celia, I'd say, looking through the mirror, you kind of got the impression the pen holder was glowing before, and if you look through the mirror again, this pen as well is also glowing. It seems that perhaps reuniting them may open the way to the next one, or at least lead your way to the next clue.
Well, we need to put the pen back. And she'll point to the holder. Did anyone pick up the pen, or is it just in a pile of...
Laying there on the floor.
Okay,
It's
Celia will pick up the
vibing.
pen and put it back.
All right, you pick up the pen, and as you, I think you notice some of this poetry as well on the table that is kind of still sitting there. But you put this pen back in its perch, and similarly to last time, the ceiling above becomes semi-transparent, and it seems that you may be able to move on to the next floor. It does strike you, however, as you kind of look to make your way to the next floor, you do not see stairs leading to the next floor. Upon a bit of an investigation, you see that there is the beginnings of stairs, but you see telltale signs of the distortion and warping of the tower, that these stairs kind of just abruptly end. So there may be a little bit more trouble than you were first aware of.
So is there a gap between where the stairs end and the next floor?
Yes, you see about like 4 steps, and then it just kind of ends there.
Okay, everyone run and then jump. It'll be fine.
I think I'm gonna say, and I know this is a little bit abrupt, I think I'm gonna say let's wrap up here for tonight, because it's getting decently late. I don't know how everybody's doing.
Okay.
Yeah. unless anybody wants to snoop through his poetry. But sorry.
No, go past.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm good for now.
That's fair. You're sated.
Mm-hmm. Unless this is some fine poetry by Marty Robbins, then we're good.
Fine poetry by Marty Robbins. All right.
The guy who wrote Big Iron.
Yeah. Well, anybody want to go over anything? Anybody want to check in on anything? Talk about anything? Having a nice night?
Yeah.
Life treating you right?
Mm-hmm.